Alright, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use key metrics with cards and KPI visuals in Power BI. Cards and KPI visuals are incredibly important because they transform complex datasets into quick, actionable insights. They help us focus on what matters most by displaying the most important numbers at a glance: revenue, profit, growth rate, and more. Now let's open up our Power BI file and start with cards. There are three main types of card visuals available. The single-row card, the regular card with the 1, 2, 3 icon, the multi-row card, and my personal favorite, the KPI card. All three are excellent tools for drawing attention to large, important numbers, or KPIs, key performance indicators. Let's begin with the basic card. The regular card is very simple. It requires just one field input. So we'll go into the orders table and drag total sales into the fields. And just like that, we've created a card. One step and we're done. There aren't many formatting options here. We can adjust the background, change fonts, tweak colors, but essentially, that's the purpose of a regular card: display one big number clearly. Now instead of deleting this visual, I can simply change the visual type to a multi-row card. Notice how the format adjusts slightly. More importantly, it now allows us to drag in additional fields, for example, total profit, and display them side by side. If we resize the visual, the layout will adjust automatically. So again, this is a clean way to highlight multiple key figures in one place. Cards and multi-row cards are great, and we'll use them in different scenarios. But in this lesson, I really want to focus on the KPI visual. So let's insert a KPI card, the one with the green upward arrow and red downward arrow. What makes this visual powerful is that it doesn't just show a big number. It also integrates trending performance, positive versus negative indicators, and comparison to a target, all within a single, clean visual. Let me show you what I mean. We'll focus on total sales as our key metric. I'll drag total sales into the value field. Right now, nothing happens. That's because the KPI visual requires additional inputs. It tells us we need a trend axis. So what does that mean? It means we don't just want the overall total. We care about performance over time. We need to define the time period we're analyzing, the level of granularity, and which current period should be reflected in the card. So we need a date field. Let's open our dim date table. This table determines the time granularity for our trend. I think month is a good choice, not too granular, not too broad. So I'll drag start of month into the trend axis. And take a look at that. Without doing anything else, the KPI now shows a monthly sales trend in the background, the most recent monthly sales value in the center. The trend axis doesn't just create the background chart. It also determines what time period the central number reflects. Since we're trending monthly, the card displays the most recent month within our slicer timeframe. To validate that, let's insert a matrix visual. We'll drag total sales into values and start of month into rows. Now we can see that the most recent month generated $4.06 million in sales. And that matches the KPI exactly. So far, so good. Now, the KPI visual has one more optional field: target. This adds another layer of insight by telling us whether that $4.06 million is good or bad. How do we define good or bad? That depends on the target we choose. One option could be our monthly sales target, which we defined in DAX as previous monthly sales multiplied by 1.1, essentially a 10% increase. But in this example, I'll use previous monthly sales as the target. When we drag it into the target field, notice what happens. We get a green check mark, the formatting adjusts automatically, and we see the target value displayed. $2.38 million. We can confirm that number in our matrix as well. And that's the KPI card, a fantastic way to spotlight the most important metrics in the business. Since businesses care deeply about sales, profit, and canceled quantity, it makes sense to build KPI cards for each of these. No need to reinvent the wheel. We'll just copy the sales KPI and paste it. Now we'll replace total sales with total profit, and change the target to previous monthly profit. To double-check our numbers, we'll pull total profit into the matrix as well. We can see that current monthly profit is $256,480, which is 66.85% higher than last month. That matches perfectly. Let's repeat the process one more time for canceled quantity. We'll swap in total canceled quantity and use previous month canceled quantity as the target. But notice something interesting. The card shows green when canceled quantity increases, and it's formatting that as good. But in reality, higher canceled quantity is bad. We want cancellations to decrease. No problem. In the formatting pane, under trend axis, there's an option that says high is good. We'll simply switch that to low is good. Now a drop in canceled quantity will be reflected as positive performance. Finally, let's clean this up visually. Instead of long technical titles like total sales by start of month, we'll rename them monthly sales, monthly profit, monthly canceled quantity. We'll add a subtle gray background and a border for a cleaner look. Then we'll arrange them neatly across the report. To wrap up, we've created a simple but powerful KPI section that highlights the most important business metrics: sales, profit, and canceled quantity. KPI cards allow us to display big numbers clearly, show trends over time, compare performance against targets, and instantly communicate whether performance is improving or declining. In the next lesson, we'll explore table and matrix visuals. These behave like advanced, interactive pivot tables and are essential for financial reporting, budget versus actual analysis, and detailed performance breakdowns. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support our work and stay up to date with future lessons. See you next time.